team since 2015. A very experienced and very capable setter, and she'll get this 5-setter underway for Brazil. And away we go. Roberta with serve, sends that down the line. It's a nice pass, and that's how you want to start. Lovely pass. Maria Jordanova was one of these youngsters. Just 21 years old, will be playing for Nilüfer Belediyespor in Turkey next season under Vital Heinen, the Germany head coach. Service error comes in from Sakova, middle blocker. Picked up 3 blocks last time out in that defeat against Turkey. Danger comes in so many forms when you're facing Brazil, including the serving of Gabi. An ace right off the bat, and just look at this. Beautiful topspin with a bit of swerve on it. Amila Pashkuleva, the young libero who's only just turned 20 a couple of days ago, couldn't read it at all. It is, as I say, a very young Bulgaria squad here. The starters have all got international level experience, but the bench is teenagers. Oh, going cross court, Julia Bergman, the recent Georgia Tech graduate. She'll be playing with Turkhava Yolari next season in Turkey under her national coach, Zé Roberto. Here's another legend, Carol, another one of those Tokyo silver medalists. Serve gets picked up by Jordanova, and that's an attempt at a down the line coming in from Radostina Marinova, who's got to fire and fire consistently. And it has been ruled out, but it's going to get sent upstairs. Bulgaria with an early challenge here. They think a Brazil blocker just caught the net, which will be a huge bonus for Bulgaria. Marinova will be playing for Cannes next season in the French league. Definitely sending that one wide. Yeah, that squad on the bench features 3 18-year-olds and 3 17-year-olds. None of whom have ever played a major international senior competition. Lorenzo Micheli is definitely just testing the waters with some of these youngsters, most of whom incidentally play for the Maritsa club in Plovdiv, who won the Bulgarian national championship last season. They've got some really talented youngsters coming through the Bulgarian volleyball system. And even if they're not going to get much playing time here in Tokyo, they are going to get the experience of being at a big-time major competition. Anybody there? Thaisa's nearest to us. The net certainly moves, but I'm not seeing that from a Brazil blocking perspective. No. It's worth a look, because that net certainly moved, but it was not from a Brazil blocker. So that goes down as a miss from Marinova. Now Brazil jump out to a 4-2 lead, and Carol will stay on serve. Now this one's going to get called dead as well. Fraction of the net from Brazil. Jordanova, the 21-year-old. Flips that over the net. Naimi's done well to pick that up, and her first appearance in this match of the legend, Thaisa. 36 years old, came back into the national team at the start of this year in the Volleyball Nations League, and it was like she'd never been away. But when you're a two-time Olympic gold medalist, class is indeed permanent. It's again a nice pass, but the containing block sends it back, so she'll have to have another go, and is forced, because of the presence of that block, to send it long, and it did not take a touch. So an early hole for Lorenzo Michelli's squad to try and dig themselves out of, but that's the presence of that Brazil block. Thaisa can get you, Carol can get you, Gabby's a very capable blocker. Good height on the outside as well. And the back row attack runs straight into guess who? Thaisa. Don't take her wrong. Radostina Marinova, the opposite, who's got to have a big game, starts with a miss, and then a one-on-one wipeout going up against Thaisa. She's not the first player to be sent back by Thaisa. She won't be the last either, as Kissy stays on serve. Danova picks that one up. The push doesn't work because Naomi's there, and that's Kissy looking to pick up some high hands, but not finding any fingertips. Side out Bulgaria. Here's Krivoshiska, the young middle blocker. And Bergman sending a real howitzer in there. Jordanova could get underneath it, but could get no control on it. And Julia Bergman chalks up another winner. Not only firmly established now in the squad, but pretty much making a case for being a regular starter now for Zé Roberto as well. On the outside, Julia B. That's a nice switch up. And finally, we get a chance to see what Marinova is capable of when she's given the right kind of feed. What a lovely set that was as well from Petra Barakova. Now that really did create an opening for the opposite, Marinova. She just grabbed it with both hands. So Bulgaria looking to try and keep it close here. Roberta will set up Gabby. Gabby will take it off the fingers and away. Here's Thaisa. Ooh, she's fluked an ace. No, she hasn't. It's just been picked up off the floor, but it might as well be an ace. I tell you, Borislava Seikova did really well just to get underneath that. Very fortuitous net cord. Some rescue from Seikova, but it was all for nothing. So Thaisa will stay on serve. That's a much better pass this time. They're in a bit of trouble here. Hoisted back by Julia B. And she can't get the second one because Marinova is starting to build up some momentum. Well, she's got to have a big game for Bulgaria to be in any way competitive, and Boris Radostina Marinova, after a couple of early misses, has now hit a couple of nice kills, and there's an ace coming in. Well, little shift in momentum here as Miroslava Paskova, the captain, sends that one down. Far and away the most experienced player on this squad, has been in every major competition, and she's hit another ace. Oh, here's a difference maker. Paskova with back-to-back aces. Don't the kids love it? Yeah, can she get the hat trick? This time Julia does pick it up, but it's another poor pass. I tell you, that wasn't an ace, but it might as well have been for all the damage it had done. And Julia Bergman is having a nightmare with these Paskova serves. 3 points in a row from the captain's serve. Jose Roberto says that's enough of that. Well, coach doing absolutely the right thing there, of course. Just try and ice the server. Bergman with a much better take this time. Into the block it goes. Nothing doing for Kisi. And now Bulgaria will look to level up this first set. And level it up they do. As Marinova goes into the block. And the ball bounces favourably for her. Well, 10-5 to 10-10, that is some turnaround for Bulgaria. Sparked by those Paskova serves. Naomi picking that one up this time, and Gabby, I think, just finally said enough is enough. Well, she's got so many shots, whether she goes cross-court, down the line, or dinks it. She's an absolute nightmare to defend. There are two blockers there. Takes it inside, rubs it off the block. And side-out Brazil, and a much-needed side-out Brazil as well. As Roberta comes up next in the rotation. Paskova with not the greatest of passes. And that is why Carroll is able to send down that stuffed block. Well, Marinova was in a tough spot here. Off that poor pass. That's the presence of Carroll there, enough to send that back. And Brazil jump back out into the lead again as Roberta serves at 12-10. Ooh. You gotta have those. Gotta have those. Jordanova looking to try and send one down the line. Sends it too long. And having repaired all the damage, Bulgaria find that they're staring at a deficit again, which is why Lorenzo Micheli has to call a halt.
This one is attack, is okay. When there is this kind of volley, you have to serve. If you cannot go with blockout, strong in triple. Okay? Right, yeah.
Let's see if the Bulgaria timeout breaks the spell. As Roberta sends another one in. Jordanova has picked it up nicely. Even better pick up there from the libero, Naomi. And Gabby will unload. Paskova's back there to pick that up. And that's what you want to see. If you're Lorenzo Micheli, pick up that next point. And Maria Jordanova, who went long a few moments ago, gets the contact at the net, and it just diverts it when nobody can get it in the back row. Ooh, that was an ambitious one. Not a bad effort either from Borislava Seikova. Just too long. Hello. Trouble coming. Here's Gabby. Nice take from Pashkaleva this time. It's these missed opportunities that are going to hurt Bulgaria. Jordanova again with a chance. You have to just emphasize the quality of this Brazilian block. It makes the outside hitters in particular really question and doubt themselves. Notice Bulgaria so far are not getting their middles engaged in the offense at all. They're not taking Thaisa on. Marinova on serve. They're going after Bergman again. Now, talking about getting the middles engaged offensively, that's exactly what Roberta did there. Quick inside set. Let's look how high Carroll takes it. Blockers know it's coming. Stopping it, different story. Now Brazil stretching it out to 16-12 here. That's a nice pass, hung in the air a little bit, which allowed the blockers to get set. And Kisi on that far side picked herself a one-on-one and executed perfectly against Yordanova. I think the way that pass hung in the air there, and it did allow the Brazil blockers to just get themselves established. And this set slipping away rapidly now, way off net. There's Marinova there, and tough to get those. Is it worth a challenge just for the heck of it? Well, no. You can't challenge an in-out anyway because those calls go straight to the chair umpire. You can say, well, there might have been a block touch or a net touch, but there's just nothing there, is there?
You have to take a risk in this way. Okay, aggressive there. Okay. Also, we are doing right. Also, when we are going to attack also with middle, go quick and keep out just as a position. Don't let them give us. Okay, I did.
(18-12) off the timeout. Again, the pass has really sold the setter short, setting way off net, and here's another one that's way off net as well, off a set from the libero, and they're just all over the place, Bulgaria, at the moment. Well, this is just really too easy. Julia Bergman just has to send it cross court, which is her signature shot. She loves it. And that was that. And again. Oh, this is turning into a block party and a half already. Taisa, who is one of the most dominant defensive middle blockers in the game, is just having herself a huge first set here. Again, not a great take. They're all over the place again. And that was Maria Krivoshiska jumping in there, attempting the set off a poor pass. This is going to get sent upstairs. Why not? Well, he's got a challenge. He might as well use it, I think, is the philosophy here. There's one of the youngsters, Eva Dudova. Looks to try and get some high hands. Very, very interesting player, incidentally, Dudova. Only 17 years old, but at 198. I mean, got all the physical tools to be a superstar. It's good to see Michelli chucking some of these youngsters in against Brazil at this level. See what they've got. That's sent over from Guncheva, the 17-year-old setter. That's another tough take for Dudova. That's not going to be a winner, but that is Kisi. Well, it's Brazil against the Bulgaria teenagers at the moment, and I'm afraid there's only one winner of that contest. But good to see the likes of Dudova and Guncheva out there, picking up big, big experience here. With this first set gone, why not blood some of the youngsters? They've sat back down. You don't want to get them too depressed with their morale. Yordanova with a nice little finesse touch there. Just a little roll shot. That's all it needed. Well, you've got to be aggressive with your serves when you're looking at this kind of deficit. Bulgaria have yet to get more than 21 points in any set here in Tokyo, and they're not going to get close to that in this first set against Brazil. There's Kissy in cruise control, serving at 23-13. That's a better pass. This should go, but it doesn't because it runs into Thaisa yet again with Roberta alongside her, and there she goes again. Just no way through. Oh, this is dominant from Thaisa. It really is. Set point. We'll bring in Tainara. 190 opposite, and the McCrease replacement, the experienced Nayana Rios. Certainly won plenty of major medals herself with this Brazil squad. She'll now serve at set point. Again, not a great pass at all. Into the block it goes. Thaisa again, so it'll come over near side, and that's going to just sail on Radostina Marinova, and that's the first set in the bank for Brazil. And it was just too easy. I mean, there were a lot of elements to that game, to that first set, obviously, that worked in Brazil's favour, but what about those blocks? 5 in total. Thaisa picking up 3, Carol and Kissy helping themselves as well. And it just makes you doubt yourself when you're an attacking player on the other side of the net. When the blocking's that good, you start to question your own efforts. Well, when you win it to 13, the stats will probably suggest that it was a very comfortable victory right across the board. So we'll wait to see what the numbers look like here, but I don't think they'll make very good reading for Bulgaria. Well, this was the key point. Again, you can just see the blockers there. Thaisa alongside Julia B. And it just makes the hitter just question what they're going to do. She's got to get it over that block, but when you go over that block, you've got the risk of sending it long. That's exactly what happened. And the numbers, well, it's the blocking, isn't it? Those 2 aces that came in from Paskova, the captain, did allow Bulgaria to rally, but too many mistakes from Bulgaria, and a lot of those errors were forced by the quality of Brazil's defensive work. Had their moments in that first set, but Gabby sent an early warning sign down there with that ace. Just spun away from Pashkuleva. Some ups and downs for Marinova. Had some successes, but also had some problems. Didn't see the middles getting engaged offensively much on either side. We certainly saw the middles get engaged defensively for Brazil, didn't we? Well, there's the serve percentage for Bulgaria in that first set. And the stats significantly different. 38% error for Bulgaria, just 12% error for Brazil. One of many phases of the game that Bulgaria need to improve as we go into this second set. The fourth game and final game of day 3. will feature the host nation Japan against a Puerto Rico squad that came from a set down to beat Belgium last time out. And after the scare that Peru gave Turkey, Japan will definitely be fully alert to the danger that Puerto Rico bring. Set 2 underway. Nice pick up, Jordan over in the back row. There's nowhere to put it. Nowhere to put it. Now Paskova's looking for a landing area for that, and there's just nowhere to go. Gabby with an early serve. It's another nasty one, isn't it? But a really nice pass in the end. And off that pass, Marinova is able to step up and say, hey, look what I got. Beautiful angle on this cross court from Paskova, because Carroll's there to send that back. Roberta's there to pick up the cross court, and neither of them could touch it. Can't hit it much better than that. Kissy with the pass. Carroll sending that one deep. Well, Roberta was talking in the build-up to this when they said there's no more Chris, what do you bring? She says, well, I know these guys. We've played together so much. Got a really good connection, not only with the outsides, but also the middles. And you saw that there. A quick one for Carroll, who's now serving. Oh, Paskova runs into the block. Oh, this is just... I don't know what you do with Thaisa. I mean, Kisi, I think, might have got the final touch on that one, so she'll say, hey, what about me? Every time you see a block, it seems that Thaisa's there or thereabouts. A bit of a scramble, could be trouble. This is just contained time for Brazil now, though. Bump set comes in from Pashkuleva. That is not going to go. Roberta, or Gabby, excuse me, is back there. Now she gets contained. Decent rally this. Julia B, no. Good containing block again. Now that is a really well-played point from Bulgaria, and finished with authority as well. I mean, Radostina Marinova can certainly hit him when she gets the opportunity. Just threads that down the line beautifully. As soon as that pass was on its way, you just thought, I wonder if one of the middles is going to pick this one up. And Thaisa gets her first attack point of this match. First opportunity she's been given. Might have picked up an early one in that first set, but oh. Now Roberta's got options here. Julia B is on the outside, nicely picked up there by Marinova. Marinova will look for the finish as well and gets it. Oh, that's a well-played point again by Radostina Marinova. A big defensive play. Very nice dig. And a beauty of a finish. Paskova, who had those earlier serves, comes up with a service error. Julia Bergman with serves Pashkuleva. Into the block it goes once again. Kept it alive. Jordanova can't swing at it. Gabby can swing at it. But again, well defended. Jordanova again, can't get through. Here comes Gabby again, just unloads on that one. I mean, lovely. He's got this wonderful technique, swings so efficiently, so effectively, judging the range to perfection, dropping that ball just inside the end line. And making it all look so easy. So Julia Bergman stays on serve. Again, the pass that hung in the air, but this time it's dispatched. Well, Marinova's having a pretty strong second set here. Ripping that down the line. Getting a one-on-one with Gabby. Tyson couldn't get anywhere near that one. Yeah, a really nice pass. Roberta goes backside for Taisa. We haven't seen too much of the quick back set. But if it's there, take it. We're seeing more of Taisa as an offensive weapon in this second set as well. Just what Bulgaria didn't want to see. She's got a decent serve on her as well. And that is going to get picked up, and Gabby will go straight into the block. Really well blocked by Bulgaria. It's come back though. Bergman with the pickup to deny Yordanova. Gabby can't get a winner because of the work from Paskova in the back row. Again, really well defended, and they get their reward as well. Really strong defensive work. Paskova in particular on that rally. So Roberta saying, hey, don't give them anything. Straight into the block. Well, I tell you, her return to the starting lineup hasn't exactly been a spectacular success, has it? Not really been able to get herself going at all. Gets a one-on-one with Maria Yordanova. And it's the 21-year-old Bulgarian who comes out on top of that one. That thought about wobbling over, didn't it, for a moment? So Roberta at 8-6, Brazil. Again, the pass. Just hanging in the air a little bit. Julia can't get herself a winner. Tough to get a winner from there. Nice pickup off a very good hit. And that is eventually kept alive somehow. I mean, this is brilliant defensive work again from the Bulgarians to deny Kissy, and then Gabby comes along and says, yeah, good luck with stopping this one. I mean, that's almost cruel from Brazil, and Gabby in particular. Bulgaria absolutely sold out defensively. Gave it everything. Gabby, first of all, with the dig. And then with the kill. Important time out there taken by Lorenzo Micheli at 9-6. They need this next point. Roberta's serve is picked up beautifully and put away off the quick set by Borislava Sajkova. That's side out. That's just what they needed. Well hit as well. Sliding it past Carroll, dropping it into the corner. Roberta can't pick it up. Flawless execution from Sajkova. That's not a good pass at all. Bump set comes in from Julia Bergman. And a real chance here for the Bulgarians. Miroslava Paskova saying that took a block touch on the way through. that is confirmed in the chair, and if you have touched it, you're not going to ask for a challenge because you know it touched you. Yeah, they're a bit out of system here, Brazil. Off another poor pass. Now, can Bulgaria punish them? Yes, they can. Paskova levels up this second set. Well, this is terrific stuff from the Bulgarians. Now, can they keep it going? Jordanova, just when you didn't want that, comes up with the service error. That's frustrating, but it's a competitive second set here. Now, let's see if they can stay competitive. Got to deal with the Gabby serve. Ooh, she's dropped another one right on the line. How about that? The second ace for Gabby. Oh, what a sickener for Bulgaria. You've worked your way back to parity, then you get a service error your side, then you see an ace drop right on the end line. Gabby will look for another one, not going to get it. That's a lovely pass, and ooh, well off net, but really nicely improvised there from Marinova. I mean, this could have been trouble, but Marinova has just lovely little dink. Changed it at the last second there. Instead of attacking into the block, she just dinked it over. Really good execution. Ooh, and into the block goes Kissy, who's just having a quiet one today. Can't seem to get herself going at all. Yeah, they've done it again, leveled it up nicely. With Paskova, the captain, spent the last couple of years playing in the Turkish league, sending that one back. And we're level again. Julia Bergman will look to finish what she started. That's how to do it. Well, it was her set, or under her pass, that allowed Roberta to set her. And they couldn't stop that one. Carroll on serve. Oh, an overset. And that's a freebie for Kissy, and that's just what Kissy needed as well. Not too many opportunities have been coming her way, so that was a real bonus for her. Kissy coming out of that South American Championship, which Brazil won without dropping a set, as the best opposite in that competition. Carroll on serve. And that is going to be kept alive. Free ball, Bulgaria. Here she comes. Oh, again, brilliant defensive work. That's Carroll back there, and then Bergman nets. Tough break that for Brazil. They've done such good work defensively, particularly Carroll in the back row alongside Gabby. Bergman comes up with nothing but nylon. Bulgaria sticking around here in this second set. Little short one, doesn't fool Taisa. Gabby runs into the block, but the block can't keep it in play. Well, she's your money player. If you absolutely have to have something, look for Gabby. Brazil back out at 14-12. That's not a good pass. Could be trouble here. But again, really well improvised from Radostina Marinova. Oh, we're seeing glimpses of quite a little talent here. That was another tough take. And again, her decision making and her execution have both been perfect. Taisa looking for one down the line, cut down the middle, can't get it. And the block is there on the other side instead. because she hustled over there defensively. I think she's going to claim that block point as well. It'll be a brave teammate who tries to take it off her. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'll tell you, that wasn't a good pass on the other side. Roberta was put in a real bad spot. That's a break for Bulgaria. Off a really wobbly overpass. And then just look at the pass on the other side. Put Roberta in a terrible spot. Krivoshiska with serve. Again, not a good pass at all. Gabby will unload down the line. Oh, she was a long way off net there, Gabby. Yeah, I mean, how frustrating is it to be playing an opponent of that class? Again, Gabby getting Brazil out of a hole. Back set. Does that catch some high hands from Marinova? Well, Gabby was there defensively, and it caught those Gabby high hands. Marinova is hitting a lot of winners in this second set. Can she come up with an ace to level it up? Be much better for Bulgaria's second set. Oh, there she goes again. Oh. It's another highlight reel hit that is just so smooth. Just the most wonderful technician to watch. Roberta on serve. Brazil still haven't shaken them off yet, you know, but that might help. That might help. That's another big, big moment for Brazil in this second set. Kissy might have had a quiet game offensively, but defensively she's come up with a massive stuff block there. And that might just have put this second set out of Bulgaria's reach. Got to be a side out here from them, but they're not getting it. Another brilliant bit of blocking work. Carroll involved. No way through for Marinova. And suddenly, from being a competitive second set, it's all just gone so horribly wrong as Brazil have just turned up the tempo and the intensity.
It's just when we have this soft to play zero very quick, because everybody's there in the right side. Only this is the quick ball what we can play. Bye.
Got to be side out Bulgaria here as Roberta serves Pashkuleva. That's going to be a tough way to get a winner. Not happening. Naimi's there to pick that up, and Kissy just swings in and gets the job finished. A 3-block game today for Kissy. Brazil look like they finally put Bulgaria under control here in what's been a spirited second set from the Bulgarians. Naimi again with a brilliant pickup of that down the line, and there's the other libero, Pashkuleva, doing a nice job as well. Oh, does that work? Yes, it does. Again, lovely improvisation from Marinova. I don't think they were expecting that attack to go in this direction. Look what she does with this. Look at that. It's all about finding a landing area. Oh, a defender did get underneath it. Absolutely no chance of keeping that alive. But again, they've let themselves down with the service error. Maria Jordanova. Let's see another youngster coming in Mikhaila Stoyanova, an 18-year-old. Margarita Guncheva, the setter we saw earlier. One of these real tall youngsters, Stoyanova. 1m94, the 18-year-old. Gabby on serve. Paskova went straight into the block, and the block could not keep it under control. That goes out. So Bulgaria just looking to try and cling on somehow to this second set. Still a long, long way in arrears. Nothing wrong with the pass from Julia. Nice containing block there to deny Carroll, and then we're going to get a whistle there on a double touch. Sakova on serve, sends in a really soft, slow, short one. Can they get under control here? They're out of system. Sakova turns setter. And what about that for a finish? Well, what about that for a moment for her as well? I tell you, you're coming off the bench, you're playing Brazil, you're 18 years old, and Mikhaila Stoyanova just says, hey, I'm one to watch for the future. Jose Roberto didn't like that, but everybody else would have loved it. What a moment for Mikhaila Stoyanova, the 18-year-old. That was a tough take. The passing game has been better for Bulgaria in this second set. The Brazil block has been such a problem for them. Ooh, that's not a good take at all from Bergman. It's going to be free ball Bulgaria off the hoist. Now, where's the young setter going to go this time? She'll send it over to Paskova, the captain. Guncheva, the 17-year-old setter, sends it over to the skipper. And the skipper takes it off the block, and Bulgaria continuing on the comeback charge here. Pulling to within a point. With two teenagers on the floor. Kissy can't get a winner. This is Paskova going again. Naomi's there to pick that up. Roberta's having to scramble around, and can Bergman get him out of trouble? No. Great rescue in the back row. Tough take for Paskova. Bergman can't do anything with it. And just like that, Bulgaria are level. Well, this is terrific stuff from the Bulgarians. Jose Roberto is not happy. He is not happy. We're going to see Mayara Basso come in. Sakova stays on serve. And that's an ace. Well, they've gone after the weak link again in the Brazil passing game. Julia making an awful mess of that one. Excuse me, that's not Julia, that's Mayara, the new player. Oh, that backfired spectacularly, didn't it? Well, 5 points in a row as Brazil have gone to sleep. I think Zé Roberto just decided it was time to wake his players up. The introduction of Mayara in the back row was ruthlessly exploited by Sakova. This one goes to Naomi. The dink isn't going to work. Guncheva with another lovely set, and they get themselves the point off the back of it as well. Oh my goodness. Brazil now in danger of tossing this set away. Going to see more changes. Tainara coming in. Sakova stays on serve. What a chance this is for Bulgaria to get their first set here in Tokyo. Nicely mixed up. That's Gabi driving in and running straight into Krivoshika. And that's going back, and that's set point Bulgaria. The 22-year-old middle blocker, Maria Krivoshika, sending that one back with interest. Gabi denied, and Brazil in free fall here. What a turnaround this has been. With a 17-year-old setter out there as well. Now, can Bulgaria finish the job? Roberta sends it backside. Scruffy, but they all count. Tainara just finding a landing area for that. But Brazil needing 2 points here. Quick set, that'll do it. Krivoshika once again, and Bulgaria pick up their first set of this Olympic qualification tournament in Tokyo. Oh, no wonder they're smiling. And I'll tell you once again, a lovely bit of setting from Margarita Guncheva. Made absolutely the right decision there, and Brazil have just been caught napping. Well, Peru took a set off Turkey. We thought that was the big shock. They almost took a second one as well. And now Brazil have dropped a set to Bulgaria. We're level. And this is how it happened. Lovely quick set. And Maria Krivoshika came up with a couple of big points at the back end of that set when it really mattered. Putting the finishing touch to that one. 25-22. Well, that wasn't a scoreline we were expecting to see. Let's dig into the numbers. Bulgaria with 17 attack points, leveling it out on blocks and serves as well. Marinova stepping up big time. Paskova with plenty of support as well. And your Danova with a couple of blocks. Now the playmakers, but what gutsy calling as well in terms of the substitutions from Lorenzo Micheli. Bring a couple of youngsters in. So plenty of misses and mistakes from Brazil. Receiver accuracy is always an issue. They set the contact. How to help you getting for your setter. 43% is what Roberta's been dealing with, which is a higher percentage than the Bulgarian setters have been working with. But even with that range of numbers, Bulgaria still have found a way to win that second set. Well, will that spark a reaction from Brazil? Will it spark some self-belief for Bulgaria? Away we go. Well, well, well. Interesting, isn't it, that he's kept the two youngsters out there that finished that second set. Margarita Guncheva at setter and Michaela Stoyanova there at the opposite. And it's first blood Bulgaria as well. Oh, running into the block again. My goodness me. This game has turned upside down. What is going on? Sakova sending that back. Well, they needed that, didn't they? Krivoshiska with the service error. But Brazil have nodded off here. I mean, it's a long, long way to go before we start talking about the possibility of an upset loss, but they can't afford one. With Turkey and Japan in this group and only two assured of qualification, a slip up here really could be costly. That's a really important pickup from Gabby in the back row, the duel at the net. And did that catch some high hands? They all think it did. And that's confirmed. You saw the immediate reaction. Bulgaria absolutely convinced. And that one caught some fingertips. They were absolutely right. And Brazil are not themselves. What a chance this is for Bulgaria. Now, he's engaged now, isn't he? Gabby with the pass. It's not the best of passes, and it runs straight into the block again off the back of that. Oh my goodness. Well, what is going on here? Miroslava Paskova says, Oh, he did that. So, Tainara having a tough time with this Bulgaria block early in this second set. Let's see what she can do from the end line. Sends it down the line, and it's a nice pickup. And, there's the youngster again, Michaela Stoyanova. Oh, hey, kid stuff this. The lefty taking it on. Taking it off the block. She's cool as ice, this one. Well, 194, she's got all the physical tools, but she looks like she's got the temperament to be a big-time player as well. Guncheva will send it far side this time. Containing block keeps it alive, and Julia Bergman then runs into the block, and they get away with one, Brazil. See that ball pinballing around, anything can happen. That one went Brazil's way. Oh, lovely stuff. Just hitting so much more confidently. Jordanova goes cross-court to good effect. That Brazil block, which was so dominant in the first set, we're seeing less and less of it, and Julia Bergen's made another mess of a service reception. Chalk that one up as another ace. Well, they're loving it in the teenage chorus line, aren't they? Why not? Nobody saw this coming. Thrashed by Belgium, then by Turkey. But here they've taken a set, and they've now got a healthy lead. And Naimi's had to scramble around for that. Gabby says enough is enough. Come on, let's go. Well, when you're not firing offensively, Gabby's the player you want to get it to. No question about that. Taisa trudges off in disgust after that service error. That's a much better take this time. Oh my goodness. Tainara. No, not surprised at this. There's Rosa Maria that's going to be brought back. Well, Kissy went. Tainara was brought in, but she's had a horrible start to this third set and has paid the price. Zé Roberto wanted a one-on-one clinic with his setters there. Roberta. Diana. Well, Brazil need to wake themselves up here. We could have a big shock brewing. Look at his body language. What is going on here? Gabby with a lovely pass. Gabby will look for the finish and get it as well. Now that's more like it. Serving Gabby, probably not the right thing to do. Paid for that. Bulgaria with a 17-year-old setter and an 18-year-old opposite. And they are giving Brazil a real headache here. Roberta with serve. That's the work from Carroll there to contain that. And Gabby will immediately profit. That was a big containing block from Carroll that allowed him to transition, because there was nothing wrong with the set, nothing wrong with the attack. And if Carroll doesn't get that containing block, Gabby can't swing into the cross court. Well, game face is on now on that Brazil side. Roberta sends another one down the line. Again, a nice pass. And another quick set. Well, they're just playing without fear, these youngsters, aren't they? Kryboshiska, a veteran at 22, would you believe? Takes it into the block. Well, I think we're going to see a lot more of Gabby, the way this match is going. She's the only consistent offensive weapon Brazil have got at the moment. And we know what she can do from the end line as well. Oh, they're pretty happy about that on the other side of the net. Bulgaria have put themselves in such a strong position here. Now, can they hold their nerve? Bergman's pass again, not the best. Ooh, it's missed. It's missed. Oh, now Rosa Maria. I mean, where's he going to go next, say Roberto? Okay, it's only just the one miss. Well, he's yanked Kissy. Brought Tainara back in for her. She's been sat down, and now Rosa Maria's come in with a miss. Oh, that's not a miss. That's a beauty. Another one of those sweetly struck cross courts from Julia Bergman. Lovely big gap to exploit there. Sekova could not get over there and help her teammate. And Bergman drilled it straight through that gap. Oh, now that's Thaisa. Just letting the 18-year-old know who's boss. Well, here she goes. Michaela Stoyanova. Just the latest in a long line of victims that have taken on Thaisa and lost. Could that be a turning point?
And then over, when there is 7 to play, really 7, okay, not exclamative. Exclamative like always, silent, soft and work with the rubber, eh? Haydi, via, vai, okay?
Just to put that last block into some kind of context, Michaela Stoyanova, the youngster for Bulgaria, was just 3 years old when Thaisa was winning her first Olympic gold medal. Not the greatest of passes, that. I'll get another look at it. Guncheva will send it over to Jordanova. Jordanova can't get a winner. Gabby will take one from well back. Julia Bergman's picked that up, and then Rosa Maria says enough with this. Thaisa, excuse me. So a stuff block and an attack point from Thaisa, and suddenly that scoreboard looks a bit healthier, doesn't it? Another containing block. Thaisa was over there. It'll come over to the youngster. Nothing doing from Stoyanova either. And again, no way through. Rosa Maria alongside Thaisa, and I think Rosa Maria will claim this one. You bet she will. This is more like it for Brazil. The top teams, when they're struggling, find a way to get themselves out of it. That was a good shift from Michaela Stoyanova. How much will she have learned from that? Radostina Marinova will come back in. That's really good coaching as well from Lorenzo Micheli. Don't get the youngster too dispirited or downhearted when things start going wrong. So the youngsters are back on the bench. When the Bulgarians just confirm exactly where they all are in the rotation. We will continue with Brazil starting to up the ante here. Here's Carroll looking to level up this third set. Taking this well off net there, Marinova. She'll have another go from off net as well. Runs into 2 containing blocks as a result. She'll attack it again, nothing doing again. And then Thaisa says, here we go. That is Brazil at their best. Contain, 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 transition, boom, See you later. Taisa has just grabbed this third set by the scruff of the neck, hasn't she? Bulgaria's lead is gone. Carroll staying on serve. And again, no way through. No way through. This is turning into the Taisa show. Just outstanding. Carroll on serve again. Brazil front running now. Now it's a tough one. But now Bulgaria can regroup here. Into the block yet again. And Rosa Maria coming up with another one. This Brazil block has suddenly changed the dynamic completely. Rosa Maria with a significant contribution on the defensive end. 2 blocks for her already. Brazil now with 12 in the match. And Lorenzo Michelli has to talk this over.
When we are going there, we have to work between the difference of block with 7 and 6. So there with Taisa and there we have to work more there. We have to organize the first reception. Okay? Bye.
Well, can Bulgaria regroup? Carroll on serve. Can they find a way to deal with this Brazil block? They got caught in 2 minds again. This could be trouble. Julia runs into the containing block. That's a tough place to get a winner from for Marinova. Julia will run into the block again. And where's this going to fall? Taisa grabs the initiative. Now it'll fall nicely. Ooh. Ooh, what a chance that was. What a chance that was. Well, that's pressure. And it was the new player, Elena Becheva, that sent it long. To see Margarita Guncheva and Mikhaila Stoyanova come back in again. Well, sit them down didn't work, so he's thinking, yeah, well, if you're good enough, doesn't matter what your age is, I'm playing you. So the teenagers are back out there. That's not a good pass at all, and got away with one there. Not sure this is going to stand up, say Roberto. Gabby is the captain, can approach the chair. That's what Gabby is saying. Where's the challenge? Well, there does come a point you just got to get on with it, make your case, but if it falls on deaf ears, move on. Oh my goodness, an ace. Gabby of all people. Jordanova. Another swing in momentum here. What is going on in this match? You won't see many miscues like that from Gabby. Ooh. That's a shame. It's the highs and the lows, isn't it? You serve an ace, and then you serve one very, very low. That's a tough take. It should have been a tough take. Stoyanova comes back up and knocks it down effortlessly again. Like I say, got all the tools. A tall, young, left-handed attacker. Michaela Stoyanova, 194 in her first major international competition. Looks a serious prospect. And now, blocked out of it there. That was Sakova with the absolute stuff block on Thaisa. Bulgaria, level again. The foot save, not quite there from Gabby. Borislava Sakova will say, hey, I'll take the credit for that one. Why not? We're level. Third set up for grabs again. That needed to be good. That really was good as well from Rosa Maria. One of a handful of Tokyo silver medalists still on this team. 4 of them. That's of course Thaisa with her golds from 2008 and 2012. They got the experience. And Bulgaria have given them a real run for their money here. No chance of a winner there for Julia. A little push isn't going to work either. Now Gabby will attack, and that gets contained. Yeah, nice. Jordanova. Ball fell kindly to her off the containing block, but her reactions were absolutely perfect. Took it on immediately. Split-second decision-making is one thing, execution's another. She got both absolutely right. And here's Sakova serving at 17 all. Bergman picking that up and finished off by Thaisa. So Brazil continued a front run here. But Bulgaria making them work for this. Blocks for Brazil in this match. And yet Bulgaria still right in this. And there's a lot to like about her. There really is. Stoyanova unloads another one of those left-handed swings. And that's not coming back either. All set 3. Gabby off the block and away. Gabby was hoping for a quiet evening. Not getting it. Top scoring in this match with Thaisa just behind her. 6 blocks for Thaisa. It's Gabby's offense they're relying on at the moment. Here's Roberta. Oh, that is an absolute sizzler from Maria Jordanova. I mean, I don't know how anybody got anywhere close to that. Despairing effort from Roberta. You're not going to stop that. Jordanova lets rip. Now, can she let rip from the end line here, the 21-year-old? 19 all. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Knew exactly what she was looking for. Got a little nibble of that sideline. Chalk that one up as an ace. Yeah, perfect. It's more than a nibble. That's dropped perfectly inside. So now Bulgaria front running. Jordanova stays on serve. Big point this. Back set. Oh, sweet as you like. You bet Roberta's looking for Gabby every time. most reliable, the most consistent hitter that Brazil have. She is going to get a real workout here. Here she is at the end line. Picked up by Jordanova, not entirely convincingly. And the cross court doesn't go. Naomi's managed to get to that, but that'll go off the quick set inside. Krivoshiska. Ah, terrific stuff. And again, lovely setting from a 17-year-old Margarita Guncheva. What is a 17-year-old doing on a stage like this against the world number 4? Absolutely brilliant stories coming out of this Bulgaria squad, whatever happens in this match now. That's going to pick up some high hands, but it won't get past Gabby. Just pushed in there by Roberta. Won't go. Suddenly the intensity has really ramped up a notch, and Bulgaria are matching Brazil step for step here. It's another winner. Jordanova's game has stepped up as well. It's Naomi and Gabby have a collision. Bulgaria with a chance to go 2-1 up. Krivoshiska with the service error. Well, he'll keep his feet on the ground, but my goodness. Lorenzo Michelli must be amazed at what he's seen from his squad, particularly with what's gone before, where they barely showed up. There it is, the two youngsters together again, but no winner this time. Julia will attack that into the block, and that foot save is brilliant, but in vain. Gabby with the fancy feet, but Bulgaria with the point on the board off another containing block. Michaela Stoyanova on the defensive end of it this time sends that back, and Brazil can't deal with it. Krivoshiva that's involved in there as well. 23-21. Got to be a side out here, but there's a chance. Brazil with a chance to take this back. Here it comes. Thaisa grabs that chance. Well, you kind of knew what was coming. Everybody knew what was coming. But knowing about it and dealing with it are two very different things. Thaisa keeping Brazil in touch, but they need a point here. We are at set point Bulgaria. Can they get it? Ooh, Bergman with an important pickup. Gabby driving in. Brilliant. But how important was that cross-court dig from Julia Bergman that allowed Brazil to transition? And Gabby coming in out of the back row. That's the last thing you want to see if you're Bulgaria. She meant that one. And we are tied, but this third set is not over yet. But these Bulgarians have certainly got Brazil's attention. The dink won't go. Guncheva sends it backside. And look at that from Michaela Stoyanova. The 17-year-old sets the 18-year-old. And that's set point Bulgaria. Oh, this is fairy tale stuff. If they can take a 2-1 lead here, Bulgaria, what a story in itself that would be. Nice take, and Gabby. Ooh. Everything is running through Gabby offensively at the moment. There's a challenge going in here. Good luck with that. But if he is right, it's the set Bulgaria. He doesn't think he's right. This is more like a timeout. I mean, she's nowhere near it. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Just send down the challenge, just to have a little word with your players. Again, good coaching. So we're going beyond the 25 here in set 3. Julia B with serve. Well, that one nearly took Zé Roberto's head off. Bulgaria set point again. Taking it off the block and away. Now, can they win it on serve here? Seikova was looking for the sneaky one. Taissa on serve at 25 all. Oh. Tell you, these left-handed down the lines from Mikhaila Stoyanova. There's something special. Yeah, it was Taissa back there rather than a Gabi or a libero, but there's no chance of bringing that one back. Set point Bulgaria again. Guncheva with serve. Gabi can't get a winner. There's a contain and there's a chance. Still there. Still there. Will it go? Foot save Naomi is unbelievable. Off the scale good. But here she comes. Nope, nothing doing. Bergman will pick that up. Gabi is contained again. Oh, the rally goes on. And then, oh, what an anticlimax. What a save from Gabi. Are you kidding? I mean, what a point. What a rally. What a moment. What a superstar she is. That's an incredible point. And we go on. Roberta at serve. Not a good take from Jordanova. She'll attack this one. Can't get past Julia in the back row. Gabi, too good, too good. An absolute sizzling cross-court there. Pashkuleva could do nothing with it. And Brazil have turned this around. They're now serving for the set. This is shades of Peru-Turkey earlier today, where Peru just could not hang on to a lead in the fourth set and allowed Turkey to take it 29-27. Becheva out, Paskova, the captain, back. Can Brazil get themselves out of this mess? Roberta, 27-26. It's got to be good, and is. Grivashiska been very steady in the middle for Bulgaria today. Maria Grivashiska. We had a 29-27 Turkey Peru fourth set. Here we've got at least that in this third set. And that is asking for trouble. It's Grivashiska again. Rosa Maria in a bad spot there. And Brazil continuing to cause and create problems for themselves. Grivashiska says, I don't care about that. And now Brazil have to call a timeout. Well, here we are again. Set point Bulgaria. Oh, she's nailed it. She has nailed it. Absolutely stunning. Wow. Incredible. They deserved it. What a way to win a set as well. The ace serve from Maria Yordanova. Now, can you believe it? Bulgaria have taken a 2-1 lead against Brazil. What a set. That is one of the most exciting sets. It is surely the most exciting set we've seen here in Tokyo. Having said that, the Turkey-Peru fourth setter was pretty dramatic as well, with Turkey coming back from the brink there. But here, Bulgaria have turned this upside down. Well, you always like to see a set won on a big play. How about that? Maria Yordanova sends down the ace that dropped well inside. Well, that's not a scoreline we're expecting to see, particularly after Bulgaria were just blown off the court in that first set. Maybe it was too easy. Maybe complacency set in for Brazil. These numbers will knock them out of that complacency. 4 aces. And winning the block battle as well. Well, Gabby might have put 20 points on the board. Thaisa might have put 6 blocks, but Yordanova with 14 points, 3 blocks and a couple of aces has led the way. Paskova has had 3 blocks and a couple of aces as well. Marinova's had 11 attack points, and then young Stoyanova's come in and contributed 9 points, including a block and an ace. They've really found something here, these Bulgarians. And what they're finding now is a bit of self-belief. This team is unrecognizable for the team that was swept off the floor by Belgium and then subsided against Turkey. And if they can go on and do what looked impossible, well, that really would shake up Pool B here. Well, that's where the blocking has been coming for Brazil in that third set. And for Bulgaria, it looks like this. You're not getting too many down the middle, are you? Thaisa controlling there. What about this from Lorenzo Micheli? He keeps his 2 youngsters out there. Margarita Guncheva, the 17-year-old setter. Michaela Stoyanova, the 18-year-old opposite. They're on the floor for set 4 against mighty Brazil. Bulgaria with serve. Gabby with a perfect pass. Gabby with a perfect finish. Huge gap between the blockers. Easy as you like for Gabby. Gabby on serve. Not a good pass. Tough attack there for the youngster. No, Gabby's there to deny Stoyanova. And Julia Bergman goes for another one of her trademark cross courts and misses it. So this has really been the story for Brazil in this match. You take Gabby out of there, and you take Thaisa's defensive work out of there. Consistency's just been an issue for them today. With serve, not challenging at all. Diana has come in at middle blocker and has announced her arrival off the quick set. serve. Nice pass. It's a lovely creative bit of setting, but hello. Here's trouble. Here's trouble. Yeah. Well, not for the first time. Michaela Stoyanova has taken on Taissa. That's twice they've gone head-to-head, and Taissa come out on top both times. So Brazil with the early lead here, and that's not a good pass at all. Can they get themselves out of trouble? And the initiative now is with Brazil. In comes Gabby. My goodness me. To say that's uncharacteristic would be an understatement. She doesn't miss those. Amazing. Oh, and an ace serve as Julia Bergman sends one into the sidelines. So Roberto says, what is going on? Stoyanova brings up a double-digit game with her second ace. And in comes the veteran, Priscilla de Ruyt. More like it from Rosa Maria. Oh, with Priscilla coming in for Bergman. He's virtually used everybody at his disposal today. Tainara's been in and gone. Kissy started. She's gone. Mayara had a brief cameo. Made an error. Rosa Maria is in. So Roberto pretty much out of options here. There is no secret weapon on the bench. I think with the exception of Natinha, the backup libero, everybody has played for Brazil. Timing is everything. Taissa's was perfect. Look at the height on that. So, Frida Ruyt with serve. It's Taissa turning setter here. Exactly what you want. Gabby couldn't get a winner. Now we've got a bit of confusion on the Brazil side of the net there. Taissa at 6-5. Brazil take this into a tiebreaker. Certainly from a long way off there, but some swing from Maria Jordanova. Whoa! Are you kidding? Beautiful. Slips it inside the blockers. That one doesn't come back. Veteran at 21, would you believe, on this squad. The slide, haven't seen too much of that in this match. Might see a bit more of it the way Diana executed there. Brazil continue the front run here in this early side-out duel. Roberta. Nice serve, that's not a good take. No play. Caught in two minds then, Michaela Stoyanova. Yes, it's an error on the youngster, but that all went wrong from the pass. Just changed her mind in mid-attack there, didn't she? Didn't know whether to stick or twist and ended up doing neither. So Brazil make the breakthrough at 8-6. That's a much better pass this time. Oh, another foot saved from Gabby. And again, very confident. Very confident. Stoyanova saw where the blockers were, took it into those blockers and said, yeah, bring that back. Service errors starting to creep into the Bulgaria game here. Jordanova, guilty party on that occasion. That's an aggressive serve. Jordanova's made a bit of a mess of that off the Gabby serve. Yeah, that was all about the quality of Gabby's serve. It was a beauty. Down here after picking up that second set, Bulgaria. They've got to pick themselves back up again. Gabby looks to wind up another big one. Sent it way too long. Kubashiska with serve. That works out pretty well. Go again. Sakova winning that duel. Not much Roberta could do about it. So, Bulgaria on the comeback trail. And again, a service error. Service errors. It easier for Brazil. Could be letting them off the hook. Diana with serve. That was a really awkward one to deal with. Yeah, that pass was a very, very, very tough one for young Guncheva to try and handle. And Lorenzo Micheli has to call timeout as the gap opens up again.
The only difference is to be more straight down in the court, because it's 9-12. And this one is not volleyball. The volleyball we are playing together. Okay, so we have to recover one ball like this with one service. Okay, but also with service, please approach, follow the direction. And now we stop. We cannot stop the aggressivity. Also because there is this set. If not, there is another. So we have two shots.
Yeah, this gap can't grow any wider. It's even a slightly out of sorts Brazil. They're probably not going to be letting a lead slip. Oh, Miroslava Paskova must have looked up and seen those blockers and thought, oh, this could be trouble. That's unfortunately for the Bulgaria skipper. Tyson could not steer that one onto the floor. Stoyanova, we know, has got a service game. Nothing too daunting about that one. Got exactly what it deserved. Quick set. Sparing effort there for sake of it. Trying to deal with Taisa one-on-one. Not a chance. Rosa Maria on serve. For the sake of it, swinging through there. Again, off the quick set. Lovely. And those in-out calls are immediately sent up to the chair. There's no room for discussion, challenge. Again, a really nice pass. We're seeing some really good passing now. The rallies have disappeared. It's just pass, set, swing, boom. Taisa bringing it on that occasion. smiles. It's all game faces on the Brazil side. Watch out for her. Once again, Michaela Stoyanova, absolutely drills that down the line. Naomi could not deal with it. Oh, another ace. Another poor decision in that Brazil back row. We've seen that a couple of times. Sakova, that was never going long. Not sure whose responsibility that one was, possibly Rosa Maria's, but they all stood and watched. Now Sakova sends in a short one. Tyson picks that up and sends it back, but long. Well, back-to-back errors. This one's out. No question about that. Zero off the ace. And then the mistake from Thaisa, and suddenly Brazil's lead has just evaporated. Oh, they're making hard work of this. Needed that. Another service error. Still a pretty good job from Borislava Sakova overall on that end line. There's 3 aces in this match. Here's Thaisa at 15-14. It's a nice pass. Should be dealt with. Ooh, but it's not going to be. Frida Reutz back there, and then Gabby will unload and straight into the block. Straight into the block. Hello. Now, what about this? Gryboshiska sending that one back. $15 all. Is the unthinkable happening here? Guncheva on serve. Well, Gabby might get blocked once, but you know it's going straight back to her because she's not getting blocked twice. Roberta with Brazil front running, looking to open up a bit of a gap again. Ooh, nearly got something nice off the net cord. That's a lovely drop from the Brazil perspective as Stoyanova took on the blockers. Diana was there. Those can go anywhere. That dropped perfectly for Brazil. Lorenzo Micheli thinks it's probably a good idea to challenge, but again, I'm not sure he's got any real confidence in it. This is just a chance for him to talk to his players at 17-15 and just break momentum. It was never there, was it? He knew that.
Challenge was unsuccessful. Point goes to team Brazil.
Also, he knew exactly what he was doing. So Brazil give themselves the lead again. 17-15. Can they hang on to it this time? Get picked up. Tough attack there from Gabby. Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, how on earth does she conjure a winner out of there? That's just outstanding. That's what world-class players do. And that swing would suggest that we are indeed heading to a tiebreaker here.
Open the net if the ball is going +4. Okay, it's +2, you play here. Don't open now because they are going. Okay, hold the ball now in the first. If it's coming high ball because we don't receive, so there is high ball, you have to go over the block, eh? 5, not 5-6, 6-1 there, eh? Okay, and all of us we have to work in cover, eh? Dai, dai.
Let's see what the response is, and it's perfect. That's the reaction you want to see coming out of a timeout. Maria Jordanova. Get a super angle on that. Bulgaria still with a lot of work to do here. It's not a great take from Gabby at all. Rosa Maria's not going to get a winner from there. Miroslava Paskova, the captain, is getting a winner. Suddenly Bulgaria are on the comeback again. All of this off that poor pass as well from Gabby. Back-to-back points. Suddenly Bulgaria are right back in it. So Roberto now has to say, hey, don't like the way this one's going. So another big moment. Roberto will set it up beautifully for Rosa Maria. That had to be good. An absolute beauty from Rosa Maria. Jordanova in the back row can't control that. Too good a hit. That eases the pressure, and they can really help themselves here, Brazil. But Rosa Maria runs into a containing block, so it'll go over the other way. And again, brilliant defensive work. Paskova this time. But Brazil, can they win it at the third time of asking? No, they can't. Prita Roy denied. No way through. Well, that's outstanding defense. Absolutely outstanding defense. Gryboshiska again. Still, they need another point on serve to level it up. Can they get anything here? Roberta goes for the quick one. Diana says thank you very much. Brazil just grinding their way to this fourth set, but still a long way to go before we start talking about tiebreakers. You can be sure Turkey and Japan are cheering for Bulgaria right now. Oh. Well, she's had a brilliant match, but that's a bad miss. It's another one of those, let's hope for the best challenges while I talk to my players. I don't think there's a sniff of a block touch on this one. Yeah, Michaela Stoyanova, she's got this one all wrong. Diana serving. It's got to be good for Bulgaria. Oh, it's not. No way through. Rosa Maria was there Thaisa right alongside her, and it looks like we are heading into a tiebreaker. Of course, surely no way back for Bulgaria for this. From this, Elena Becheva will come back in. She'll be playing in Cannes next season. Coach Michelli's more experienced players. Back set. Doesn't work. Uh-oh. Oh, some rescue that. Gabby denied out of the back row, and then again terrific defensive work. Guncheva now will set up Becheva, and Becheva will come off the bench and secure a point for Bulgaria, her second of the match. So that was a good substitution. That worked out pretty well. We're going to see Barakova come back in at setter. Very experienced player, Petra Barakova. She's medalled in the Champions League and the Club World Championship over the course of her career. Can she bring a bit of steady experience and get Bulgaria back into this fourth set? The odds absolutely stacked against them. But we've seen a lot of strange things happen in this match. Can she conjure something up from the end line? Pre de Ruyt has managed to get on top of that, but can't get a. She does get a winner. She does get a winner. Becheva's attempted dig just ended up going nowhere. Priscilla de Ruyt's first point of the match takes Brazil to within 2 points of the tiebreaker that now looks inevitable. There's Maria on serve. Retaining block is there again. Marinova, who's back on there as well, also comes up with a winner. Well, if it does go into the tiebreaker, what will Lorenzo Michelli do? Stick with the veterans, Barakova and Marinova, or stay with the kids, Guncheva and Stoyanova? That's a decision I'm sure he's hoping he doesn't have to make. He wants his side to try and get back into this fourth set. Set a dump doesn't work from Roberta. No real play available there for Becheva. Off the slide, Thaisa will find a way to get the better of the libero, Mila Pashkuleva. And that takes Brazil to a face-saving set point, with Kissy coming back in. And Nayana double substitution. Brazil looking just to take this into that tiebreaker right here. Won't do it there because Maria Jordanova has taken one off the block, side out. That double substitution was short and sweet. Roberta and Rosa Maria back in. Still set points aplenty for Brazil. And that'll do it on the service error. We are going all the way in this one. Who would have said that 2 hours ago? Brazil, the world number 4, the multi-Olympic medalists, up against the world number 16 Bulgaria, who hadn't picked up a set, hadn't gone beyond 21 points in any of those sets. But boy, have they showed up today. And this one is going to go all the way. Well, we've seen a set one on an ace. Here we've seen one lost on a service error. What about that scoreline? Anyone who predicted that is very, very smart, knowledgeable indeed. Probably not telling the truth either. This is how it was done by the numbers. Brazil, just the 3 blocks to 2, getting the 1 attack point. Opponent errors proving significant in the final analysis of that one. Well, the numbers. Gabby with 23 points. Taisa with 7 blocks in her 18 points. Top scoring for Bulgaria. Maria Jordanova, who has 18 points, 3 off the block, 2 ace serves as well. 6 players in double figures today, including 4 Bulgarians. Jordanova, Paskova, Marinova and Stoyanova. But this is all now going to come down to a sprint to the finish line. First to 15. Whose nerve is going to hold? Will Brazil's class finally manage to assert itself? And Bulgaria complete what they've started. See Diana staying out there. And Guncheva and Stoyanova, the 2 youngsters, both on the floor for Bulgaria. What a gutsy call that is from Lorenzo Michelli. Into the tiebreaker we go then. And an immediate reaction there, and hopefully that's nothing too serious for the youngster. You take one from Gabby, you're going to know about it. Guncheva might need a little bit of attention here, just caught that one flush. What a day those two have had, though. Between them, 35 years. Taisa herself, 36 on the other side of the net. I mean, what an honour it is for those 2 youngsters to be playing against such legends. Oh, and it's an ace serve as Paskova makes a mess of it. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, Roberta's come big time from the end line. Right at the start of this tiebreaker as well. 2 serves that Bulgaria have failed to deal with. And that 3rd one was almost a problem. Jordanova runs into the block and out it goes. And the Bulgarian dream is turning into a bit of a nightmare now. Timeout has to be called.
One ball. We have to play 1 ball. Okay, and then again we have to help. No, we know in this situation we have to help. Okay. Dai, haide, via, dai!
Well, as the tank just emptied for Bulgaria. Roberta serving at 3-0 in the tiebreaker, finally goes long. How often do you see that off a timeout? The spell gets broken. Well, the repair work has to start here for Bulgaria. Need a point on serve. Frida Roy. Rather, Rosa Maria, excuse me. So it's not happening. Brazil will just look to play an efficient side-out game here. Get this thing done. Winning ugly's okay, so long as you win. They've been well off their normal heights, Brazil today, but are they going to get away with it? Jordanova, looking for the high hands. Two. Awkward little serve to deal with. Dealt with it is. And Rosa Maria stepping up. Big time play from her. Really just forced her way into this lineup today when Kissy just wasn't quite right. Tanara came in and had a nightmare start to the second set. Rosa Maria's come in and provided a bit of balance at the position. It's another point for a player that we're going to see a lot of in the future, I suspect, Michaela Stoyanova. It's 13 for her today. Tyson was almost in position for another block. Bulgaria just looking for, that might be it. That might be a point back. Took a touch. It took a touch. Well, Tyson knew it took a touch. Now, all these players, having a look, there is no point in challenging if it did touch, because the video will reveal the touch. So quite what's going on here, I don't really know. Jordanova with a little shrug there as if so, it didn't touch me. So we've got a bit of drama here early in this tiebreaker.
What now? No block touch or no block touch?
No, but no, don't show. Okay, what the issue is this? The call is from touch for defensive player, and the ball goes to Brazil.
Well, the Bulgarians aren't too happy about that. But again, we saw earlier Brazil had a call go against them. You just have to forget about it. If it doesn't go your way, forget about it. As captain, Miroslava Paskova is allowed and entitled to go up and ask for clarity. You hate to see moments like that in the game, don't you? Particularly when it's at such a big point. Some controversy, some drama, now a timeout. And Bulgaria just got to regroup here.
I don't know why, but they did to them. This is not correct. They did for that, fight for that, to take back our point.
And you heard Lorenzo Micheli just say, well, you know, they got it wrong. Let's go and make it right ourselves. Right, 6-3 Brazil in this tiebreaker. That was a nasty serve. Pascal will have to take that on. Well, they get it back. They'll think justice has been served here. The block touch. Keeping Bulgaria just about in this. Sakova is a sneaky server at 4-6. Not the greatest of passes, but some finished that. Some finished that from Rosa Maria. But the longer this match has gone on, she really has emerged as the foil to Gabby. With so many Brazil attackers having a bit of an up and down evening in Tokyo, Rosa Maria has really brought her best stuff when it's been needed most. 7-4 Brazil. That's going to not go over, despite the best efforts of Brazil to try and keep that alive. Just too good a hit. Great effort from Rosa Maria. I'm sure whatever happens in this match, though, Lorenzo Micheli must be thinking, well, where were these guys? Well, that's a lovely pick-up from Roberta, but he must be thinking, well, where were these guys earlier? He's seen a different team today, the team he saw in the first two games. So sneaky, so sneaky. Always the key is don't give a hint of it away to your opponents. Roberta could not have played that much better. So Brazil looking comfortable. Can they just see this one home? Pick up off the floor there from Priscilla de Ruyt. And that's really well rescued by Jordanova on the back line as well. It's fine margins again, isn't it? Paskava's got to catch that end line and can't do it. Might be the last chance gone for Bulgaria here. Taisa on serve. Ooh, Pashkaleva's made a mess of it. Hoist and hope. Hoist and hope. Should be a put away. Should be a put away. And is. Gabby, uncompromisingly ruthless. With a finish that she could have completed with her eyes closed. How big has Gabby been today for Brazil? Again. Bulgaria rather breaking bad here. Stoyanova makes another error. I don't think we're going to remember her game for the mistakes, though. She's really been a blast of fresh air for Lorenzo Micheli. So she. Margarita Guncheva. Two kids have been given a chance and they really have impressed. Stoyanova will now take a breather. Taisa on serve still. Becheva is denied. The slide doesn't work either for Bulgaria. Becheva will send it straight into the net. And Bulgaria are indeed breaking bad. Well, they've certainly had some moments in this match, Bulgaria. But it's going to end in defeat, and Brazil are going to get out of this one and breathe a sigh of relief. Service error from Taisa, with matches against Turkey and Japan still to come at the weekend. Brazil will have to be sharper than we've seen today. Turkey will have to be sharper than we saw against Peru earlier today, where they got away with one. And Japan against Puerto Rico coming up next. Lovely from Gabby. 25-point game for her. This is going to be attacked. Oh, looking for the high hands was Elena Becheva. And it's all coming a bit too late in the day here for Bulgaria, with Brazil leading just 2 points to move to 3-0 in the standings. But what an interesting day we've had. Vulnerability shown by Turkey and Brazil. Japan still to come, but that is going to be match point off that comprehensive, no-nonsense swing from Rosa Maria. Finally, they can exhale, and of course, how appropriate it would be if Gabby could finish this with a big serve. She's been the star player today. Gabby serving for the match, sends in a short one. Paskova just about picks it up. That's been picked up by Roberta as well, but too close to the net goes Naomi, and Bulgaria will stay alive. But this surely will be the final act of this one. What a good match it's been. Let's see another one of the youngsters come in. Eva Dudova, the 198, 17-year-old opposite. Boy, they've got some players coming through in Bulgaria. They really have. Looking for a block here at match point. And Diana has finished it off. There was a moment of doubt there as to whether it was going to be. And I think there's going to be. No, it's all done. It's all official. Finally, Brazil can breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, they had some ups and downs in this one. From 2-1 down, Brazil have spared their blushes here. They were not at their best, and yet they've still found a way to get the win. And Bulgaria, Lorenzo Micheli will know that he's got some real good prospects for the future. And his players will know that they can stand toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the world and really give a good account of themselves. Interesting to see how they finish their Tokyo campaign, but the day just about belongs to Brazil. Well, all that matters, of course, is the final result. You don't get bonus points for playing a really good, clean game. They had their ups and their downs. Say Roberto, I'm sure, won't be overall happy, but the smiles are there. But behind those smiles, you can see some players saying, yeah, we can be better than this. And when they play Turkey and when they play Japan, they're going to have to be better than this. But winning ugly is what it's all about, and they found a way to get the win today. This is how they did it. With Diana just taking a touch off a Bulgarian fingertip to secure a 5-set victory for Brazil, who had to do it the hard way as well, coming from behind. 2-1 down in that unbelievable third set, which will live long in the memory. How indebted were they to Gabby today? What a huge contribution from her yet again. Without Gabby, they might have struggled today. But 26 points, supported by Thaisa's 19 points and 7 blocks. Absolutely crucial. 17 blocks in total for Brazil, 12 for Bulgaria. And all those aces for the Bulgarians as well. Opponent errors, Bulgaria will look back at that and go, ah, what could have been. Saikova with 3 aces, Stoyanova, Paskova, Jordanova, all with 2 aces. But at the end, it was Roberta coming up with an ace that really put Brazil out of sight in that tiebreaker. Good match. I think most people at the start of this one thought it would be a comfortable 3-set stroll for Brazil. It turned out to be anything but. But the Tokyo silver medalists have got away with it. Before we go and start preparing for Japan, Puerto Rico, one last look at some numbers. So we've got 3 in the bank. We've had some good matches today. In about an hour's time, Japan and Puerto Rico will conclude match day 3 here in Tokyo. Wonder if we'll have more drama. The standings, Turkey and Brazil today, both surviving a scare to move to 3-0. Japan looking to join them. Puerto Rico, who sprung the surprise with the win against Belgium yesterday, well, they'll have seen what's happened today and thinking to themselves, hey, maybe we can spring a surprise ourselves. That 4th match, as I say, coming up in an hour's time.